Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. As of February 1st, new tariffs have been imposed on China and Canada, with rates set at 25% for Canada and 10% for China. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt says the tariffs target the illegal sourcing and distribution of fentanyl, while President Trump is still considering exemptions for certain imports like oil. President Trump announced that tariffs on Mexico will be paused for a month. A recent study warns that tariffs could harm all economies involved, including the U.S. Authorities confirmed Saturday that a seventh person has died following the fiery crash of an air ambulance in Philadelphia, after a car occupant was found among the victims. The Learjet 55, carrying 6 people from Mexico, including a child who had been receiving medical treatment, crashed shortly after takeoff from Northeast Philadelphia Airport, creating a massive fireball that shook homes and left a chaotic scene. Investigators are still determining why the jet plummeted. National Transportation Safety Board Chair Jennifer Homendy called it a high-impact crash that left the plane highly fragmented. The crash site spans several blocks in a densely populated residential area, and officials warn that the casualty count may still rise as they assess the damage. As of Saturday morning, 7 people are confirmed dead and 19 others injured, most of whom have been treated and released. The investigation is ongoing. Egg prices are soaring to record highs, with some supermarkets limiting purchases as a deadly strain of avian flu continues to devastate the U.S. poultry flocks. The average price for a dozen large Grade A eggs hit $4.15 in December 2024, a 60% increase from the previous year, and the USDA warns prices could climb another 20% in 2025. The culprit is H5N1, a highly pathogenic avian flu that wiped out 13.2 million commercial egg-laying hens in December alone, with total losses nearing 139 million birds nationwide since 2022. Farmers are struggling to replenish flocks as barns take nearly 20 weeks to repopulate after outbreaks force mass cullings. With supply chain disruptions and rising food costs, experts say relief for consumers isn't coming anytime soon. A new non-opioid pain drug, Journavx, is being fast-tracked as an alternative to addictive medications like Vicodin and OxyContin. The FDA has approved the Boston-based Vertex Pharmaceuticals drug for short-term pain relief following surgery for injuries, marking the first major breakthrough in pain treatment in over 20 years. Unlike opioids, which bind to brain receptors and can lead to addiction, this drug blocks proteins that trigger pain signals before they can reach the brain. Clinical trials showed the drug provided more relief than a placebo, but was not more effective than a common opioid acetaminophen combination. Experts say while it's not a game changer in terms of effectiveness, its unique mechanism offers hope for safer pain management. Side effects include nausea, constipation, itching, rash, and headache. Netflix announced last week that it will raise prices on most of its subscription tiers in the US and Canada, following a record-breaking quarter during which the streaming giant added 19 million new subscribers, bringing its global total to 302 million. The surge was largely driven by high-profile events, including the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul boxing match, which drew 108 million viewers, and 2 Christmas Day NFL games that averaged 30 million viewers each. As part of the price hike, the standard ad-free plan will rise from $15.49 to $17.99. The ad-supported tier will increase by $1 to $7.99, and the premium 4K plan will go up by $2 to $24.99. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Home fire deaths have been cut in half since the early 70s when smoke detectors were first marketed. Having smoke detectors in your home can double your chances of survival in a fire. 60% of residential fire deaths occur in homes without smoke detectors. Thus, smoke detectors must be present on each level of habitation. Photoelectric smoke detectors are required within 20 feet of a kitchen, bath, or shower. They are required on the ceiling outside bedrooms no further than 10 feet away. They are also required to be present on the ceiling at the base of stairwells. Additional placement may be required depending upon the year the home was built or when a substantial addition was added. Create a safe home environment. Maintain your smoke detectors. Thank you for doing so.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's dive into some top stories happening in Braintree. Braintree honored Justine Huang as the 2025 Martin Luther King Jr. Citizen of the Year at a celebration on Thursday, January 30th at Town Hall. The annual award recognizes individuals who embody Dr. King's legacy by fostering inclusivity in the community. Huang was recognized for her work with the Chinese American Association of Braintree, where she promotes cultural exchange through events like the Lunar New Year celebration and Mid-Autumn Festival. She also supports Chinese-speaking residents and helps new residents integrate into the community through educational sessions. Community members gathered to celebrate her contributions and commitment to diversity. Here's more from the ceremony.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. When Mayor Joyce called and told me that I'm the recipient of MLK Citizen Award winner, I asked myself, what did I earn this? What did I do to earn this? I don't have the long history like the Super Saturday program, Miss Dorothy. I do not have the long art experience like Miss Heidi Haley, and I do not have any experience with baseball coaching like Mr. Joyce, but except we have fun time at the baseball field with Mr. Joyce. Tonight's award is for all the people who believe in the power of cultures. The people who believe that in me that I can help them to achieve the power of culture. The power of culture is where I bring up the understanding. We often say that culture brings up understanding, and understanding is where people start communicate once they understand. So with all the help of people who believe in me, giving the support to our nonprofit organization, Chinese American Association of Braintree. I appreciate all the support, and I believe that this is a whole team effort award, not just me. I'm just a Braintree resident.
Catch the full ceremony on BCAM TV's government channel, Comcast Channel 8, and Verizon Channel 26, or on youtube.com/BCAMTV. On another note, the Thayer Public Library is now accepting applications for its auditions for its annual Murder Mystery Party, set in an enchanted forest this year. Open to all teens in grades 7 through 12, the event features 7 fairy tale themed roles to fill. Participants must be available for one rehearsal each in March, April, and May, with the final performance scheduled for May 29th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Volunteer hours will be given to all who take part. For more information, interested teens can contact Courtney Trudeau at ctrudeau@braintree.ocln.org. The Braintree Senior Center is hosting a variety of activities for residents aged 60 years and older this February. To sign up, call 781-848-1963 after 9:30 a.m. starting on February 3rd. Regular events include Fun Movie Fridays at 1 p.m. and Learn to Play Pool with Kathy every Thursday, open to both men and women at 12:30 p.m. Special one-time events include Bingo Size on February 11th at 11:30 a.m., a special Valentine's Day celebration with a singer-musician-entertainer on February 14th at 1 p.m., and Bingo on February 19th at 1 p.m. Braintree Elder Affairs is once again partnering with the AARP Foundation Tax Aid Program to offer free in-person tax assistance for residents over 50 and those with low to moderate incomes. IRS certified volunteers will be available to help with both federal and Massachusetts state tax returns every Tuesday from February 4th through April 1st, 2025. Appointments are required and scheduling begins on January 22nd by calling the Department of Elder Affairs at 781-848-1963. Braintree Parks and Recreation is hosting a February vacation snow tubing trip to Blue Hill Ski Area on Tuesday, February 18th. The trip is open to kids ages 7 to 13 with a $35 fee covering tubing and round-trip transportation. The bus departs from 74 Pond Street at 5:15 p.m. and returns at 8:30 p.m., traffic permitting. Participants must be at least 42 inches tall, wear winter footwear, and have a signed waiver from a parent. Registration is now open. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Do you know that electrical failures are the third leading cause of home fires? Cords and plugs led in this category, while extension cords dominated this category. To avoid these fires, plug heat-generated appliances directly into an outlet. Do not use power strips or extension cords on these appliances. Power strips are designed for use with electronics only. Do not put electrical cords underneath rugs or pinch behind furniture. Do not overload outlets. Charge laptops and phones on hard surfaces only. Finally, if an electrical device is not working as designed, it is time to repair it or replace it. Be conscious of your home environment and be safe, and thank you for doing so.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. Gas prices in Massachusetts dropped slightly last week to an average of $3.01 per gallon, down a cent from the previous week, though prices remain about 4 cents higher than last month. A year ago, drivers were paying 4% more at the pump at $3.15 per gallon. Meanwhile, unemployment claims in the state also saw a decline, with 6,507 new jobless filings for the week ending January 25th, down from 7,886 the previous week. Nationally, U.S. unemployment claims also fell to 207,000, a drop of 16,000 from the prior week, according to the U.S. Department of Labor. The days are finally getting longer, and Boston won't see a sunset before 5 p.m. again until November 2nd. This shift means we're getting closer to daylight savings time, which begins on March 9th, 2025, when clocks will move forward 1 hour. First introduced in 1918 to conserve fuel during World War I, daylight savings time became federal law in 1966 and was later extended in 2007. Today, all U.S. states except Arizona and Hawaii observe it. The longest day of the year, the summer solstice, falls on June 20th, lasting over 15 hours, while the shortest day, the winter solstice, will be on December 21st. More than half of North Quincy High School students stayed home on Lunar New Year, reflecting the ongoing debate over whether the holiday should be officially recognized on the school calendar. On January 29th, 55% of the school's 1,520 students were absent, nearly matching the 56% of students who identify as Asian. Despite a 4-year push to make Lunar New Year a school holiday, the school committee has resisted, maintaining that students can receive an excused absence for cultural observances. The issue intensified last year when City Councilor at Large Nina Liang introduced legislation to close schools for Lunar New Year, a move the school committee rejected, arguing that only they have the authority to set the calendar. While city officials continue to debate, students across the district appear to be making their own decision. Attendance data shows absences nearly tripled district-wide on Lunar New Year, with some schools seeing dramatic spikes. North Quincy High recorded 843 absences, a more than 1,000% increase from previous days, while at Atlantic Middle School, where 60% of students are Asian, nearly 30% stayed home. Quincy Asian Resources is celebrating the Year of the Snake with its 37th annual Lunar New Year Festival on Sunday, February 16th at North Quincy High School. The event, running from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., will feature traditional Asian cuisine, cultural performances, and arts and crafts for kids. The opening ceremony and lion dance kick off at noon in the gym, while food and drinks from local vendors will be available starting at 11 a.m. The festival highlights music, dance, and performances from diverse cultures with free admission and parking available near the North Quincy T Station. Red Line riders start preparing for another service disruption. Service on the southern portion of the line will be suspended for 2 weekends in February as the MBTA works on signal upgrades. The closures will impact travel between JFK UMass and Braintree on February 8th and 9th and February 22nd and 23rd, but won't affect Valentine's Day plans. Free shuttle buses will run between affected stops, including North Quincy, Wollaston, Quincy Center, and Quincy Adams, while commuter rail lines serving the area will be fare-free. The MBTA says the upgrades will improve service reliability and safety. Similar service suspensions are also planned next month on the Orange, Green, and several commuter rail lines. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in sports and entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now here's Chris Curran with the latest on Braintree sports.
The Braintree boys basketball team only had one game since we last spoke, a 58-39 win over Walpole, moving them to 12-3 on the season. Let's see some highlights from that game. Braintree strikes first with a play they run often after the tip, getting the ball quickly down court to McClory and scoring. Walpole was then able to keep the game close the rest of the first quarter, ending with a 16-14 Walpole 2-point lead.
Hankinson spins back and hits. Underneath, Hankinson could not finish. Naim gets the rebound and the putback.
Braintree did as they normally do and stepped up their defense throughout the game, only allowing 10 points in the second quarter to Braintree's 15. From a 2-point deficit to start the quarter, Braintree went into the half with a 5-point lead. As they've been throughout the whole season, Braintree is such a good second-half team. In the third quarter, they only allowed 6 points and scored 17, to give them a 46-30 lead going to the fourth. Braintree was then able to hold off Walpole the whole fourth quarter, ending the game 58-39, giving them their 12th win of the season.
Foul, the shot clock was reset. McClory finds his way to the basket.
They look to keep a 2-game win streak alive, with 2 away games this week against Weymouth and Needham, while the girls extend their win streak to 10 with a win over Walpole, 56-37. They go on this week to play in their final 2 home games versus Weymouth and Needham, while the boys hockey team moves on to be 6-7-2 with a win 2-0 over Walpole and a loss in the Ed Burns Coffee Pot Tournament to Tewksbury 3-0. Let's look at some highlights from the win over Walpole. Coming into this game, both teams were pretty evenly matched, Walpole only having 1 less loss than Braintree. This game came down to the scoring opportunities. Braintree got many more than Walpole. They ended up scoring 2 quick goals in the first and shutting Walpole out for the rest of the game, holding them off and getting their 6th win of the season.
Walpole looks to start out front. Lucas shot and a score!
Braintree goes on this week to have 2 tough away games, versus Weymouth and versus Needham. They also go on to play another game in the Ed Burns Coffee Pot Tournament that is yet to be announced. While the girls lost 2 one-goal games versus Wellesley and Walpole, moving them to 2-12-1 on the season. They look back to get in the win column with their final 2 home games versus Weymouth and Needham. You can catch live and rebroadcasts of these games on Comcast Channel 9 or 1073 for HD, Verizon Channel 28 or 2128 for HD, YouTube, BCam TV, or our website, bcam.tv. Let's send it back to Martha in the studio.
Thanks, Chris. Now this weekend in entertainment, we have 3 movie recommendations for you to watch. First, Companion follows a weekend getaway that turns bloody and violent when a subservient android that's built from human companionship goes haywire. The film stars Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid. You can watch Companion now in theaters. Up next, You're Cordially Invited follows a woman who is planning her sister's ideal wedding, and the father of the bride-to-be discovers their destination wedding at a remote resort is double booked. When both parties decide to share the small venue, chaos ensues and disaster awaits. The film stars Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell. You can watch You're Cordially Invited now on Amazon Prime Video. And finally, An Unexpected Valentine follows Hannah and Finn together as they race through New York City to return a lost engagement ring and save one couple's special day. The film stars Lacey Chabert and Robert Buckley. You can watch An Unexpected Valentine now on Peacock. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. You can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.